Hey everyone. So I've been working on this Python script for the past couple weeks that simulates a live stream chat like you would see on Twitch. And I've been using it for this Unity game that has Twitch chat integration that I'm working on, but I ended up putting so much work into it that I figured that other people could probably use it for either their own Twitch integrated apps or for just a more generic chatbot even. So I'm going to go ahead and release it on GitHub for people to download. But in this video, I just wanted to, first I'm going to go over all the different functionality of all the different fields and buttons and basically how to use it. And then at the end, I'm going to show a demo with it working with this little game I have set up. So to start, to get it running, I'm going to try and upload a exe file somewhere so you can just run it straight like that. But otherwise, you can run it with the Python command line tool and just run the script. And like I said, I'm going to upload it to GitHub, so you can, with like an open source license, you can feel free to look through the code and mess with it however you want to get it to work how you need. So when you first open it up, this will be what you see. I'm gonna add some just placeholder stuff real quick so it's easier to explain what's happening after I have it running. But so I'll just go from top to bottom here. So number of chat users is just the number of unique usernames that'll appear in the output here. So I could change it to like 2, and then we'll just have 2 different people chatting. Then min and max time between messages. The app is gonna choose a random time between these two values, and that'll be how long it waits to spawn the next output message or to print the next output message. So I can make this a bit slower here to show what that looks like. So there we go, it's going a bit slower. Then I'll skip over this fade part for now because it's easier to explain later. But the output type, so right now I've just been printing to the UI only, but we can also do file, which just saves whatever it's printing here to a file. So you can browse where you want to put that, choose the file name, save the max file size. So if the output file gets to be above this amount, then the printing will just stop. So I let that run for a little bit, and then if I go to the output file, we should just be able to see the stuff that I printed out there. So you can use it that way, and then the way that I've been using it is through TCP. So you can just specify the host and port here, and then the app will open a TCP server locally here in the app and send all the messages to that TCP server. I'll demo what that looks like at the end with the game. So now moving on to this sort of main part here, these purple things are the different chat states. And a state is basically just a set amount of time that different messages can appear in the output. So like for here, we have 3 seconds where hi will appear, but we can go ahead and add new messages here. So like, hi, how are you? And so now for 3 seconds, let me put this back to them real quick. So for 3 seconds, we can have hi, how are, or you appear, and then it moves on to the next state. And then this probability here is just how often you want, or like the probability of how often you want each message to appear. So maybe we want hi to appear like twice as often, you to be like 0.5 or something. And all these probabilities are relative, so you can also, it might be easier to think of it as like percentages, to be like 60%, and then 10%, 10%, 20%, something like that. So yeah, it just determines how often each message will appear. And then you can also add and delete states like this with these buttons here. And so going back to this fade duration here, what this does is at the beginning of each new state, it will sort of blend between this state and the previous state. So like here, we'll have this chat state go for 3 seconds, and then for the first 2 seconds of this next one, it has a chance to either spawn something from this state or this state. And that's just like to make it a bit more natural, because in actual chats, you won't have people like do a hard stop between different inputs. So, but you can also just put it to 0 if you don't want that to happen. So we should be able to see that here if it's goes for 3 seconds. And then yeah, here's a point here where it has like some hello, some highs, and then it goes to all hello. And you don't have to worry about the duration at the end here. Whatever the last state is here, it'll just stay on this last state as long as you leave the app running. So those are how all the different settings work. You can save your settings to a file by clicking this button here and just putting whatever name you want here, like my settings or something. Save that to a file, and then you can load those back up by clicking, load settings, and obviously they're the same, so it's not going to change anything here. But so that's save, load, start and stop, pretty obvious, just start and stop this output. Then this field here, you can put your own messages into the output if you want to. So you can do like, me and my message. Send that, and spam it however much you want. I'll put that either, it does it to the UI, the file, and TCP, whatever you're connected to. So that's it for all the functionality. Let me go ahead and show what it looks like running with the TCP server with I have some demo settings I have here for the game. So we're running on TCP at this host and this port. If I just click start, it'll be waiting there for a connection. And if I go to the game, so the code, just real quick to explain it. So I did it like with TCP because if you are connecting to a Twitch chat, you can do basically the same thing. It's just connecting with this host and this port, but with the app I have, it's the same stuff. It's just with the host and port that I defined here. So I have that set up, and then there are 4 outputs that it's listening for right now. So you have left, right, up, and down, which will move this ball in the corresponding direction. So we have this app waiting here with the different commands set up over these different states. So now if I run the game, we should see it generating here, and the output's a little bit ugly, but these are all the outputs that are showing up here, and moving the ball around. But yeah, that's all I got for now. Just hoping someone other than myself can get some use out of this. I guess we'll see. But if you have any feedback, just let me know in the comments or on Twitter or something, and I'll respond there. But yeah, that's all I got for now. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.